here to here, like that it will not be happen, and it will not be done by us, it will be done by government. So government requires some proper planning, so why they require the road there, so like that they have to plan. And the functional design, after getting the road, how it will be useful, what's the function of that. Different types of roads we have, cement road, bituminous road, water macadam, waterborne macadam roads. Like the different types of roads are there. So which type of road is we have to keep? So functional design, operation, and management. And after getting roads there, we have to manage those, because we will get any repair works means some department should be there to operate and design and manage the facilities for any mode of transportation in order to provide safe, efficient, rapid, comfortable, convenient, economical, and environmental should have. So road should have, when we are going on road means we should be safe, and it should be efficient, having how much comfortable, main should have comfort if we are going there, convenient, and at the same time we have to see economical also. So movement of people of goods transport, so not only for the people, it's also useful for the goods transportation. So the planning aspects of transportation engineering relate to the elements of urban planning. So when we are planning some future expansions, or to develop a town or urban, okay, that required a planning. So that in that part, transportation is also one part of that one. Involves technical forecasting decisions and political factors. So if we are constructing any, if we are getting any uh, urban planning or town planning, so in that political influence also there, political factors also there. If we are getting road means that should be approved from the government, then only that road will be constructed over there. So on what basis it will be constructed? The tax which what we are given, so on that basis only the uh, road will be there, and also the repairs will be gone on. Technical forecasting of passenger travel usually involves an urban transportation planning model requiring the estimation of number of proposal trips. Means if we are going to plan a road over there, so how much useful that one here. Proper design means how much useful, how much the road will be uh, most benefitable, and destination choice. So if we are going to a road, if it is a highway or it is a district roadway, like that national highway, it doesn't have any in between, it doesn't have any points, pickup points over there. So like that destination choice will be there. So where the traveler is going, more choice. So the traveler, there are different, we are going to see, and in the next topics, that different types of roads are there. State highway, sorry, state roads, high national highway roads, and district roads. So like that, which type of mode you have to choose. So whether you have to go from state to other state, or you have to go country to country, or you have to go some to purchase something, like that, which type of mode he want to go, which type of source he will see. So all those will be required. All those will be seen by the transport engineers. So like that they will plan. So which route is proposably good. So number of roads will be number of alignments will be given in which the best one will be suited, which is having easy, short, and economical. And route assignments, so the streets are routes that are being used. So how many streets or how many villages are connecting to that road, that is also important. So transportation engineering primarily involves planning, design, construction, maintenance, and operations of transportation facilities. So, transportation engineering primarily involves planning. So, how they will plan? So, they will see the area first of all. So, from where the origin and where the destination they have to see. So, from there we have to survey. So, by using linear by using some instruments like total station or something, they have to go. Or if you are going from preliminary survey, we can take chain or okay, chain or uh, leveling staffs like that. Linear linear measurements. Okay, linear survey we can be done. So in that by using our we can take the minor instruments also for preliminary survey. So we have to decide, we have to plan first of all how many ways are there to go there, and after planning only we can design so which type of road is best suitable. And also for that we have to see the soil type also, or at the same time we have to see any obstructions are there, we have crossing any railways or we have crossing any bridges like that, the road is crossing like any of these like that, we have to see the crossings also. So that planning and design, construction, and maintenance also important, and operation transportation facilities will be seen by the transportation engineer. So the design aspects of transportation engineering including the size of transportation facilities. So what it means, size of transportation facilities means how many lanes, a single lane, a double lane, uh, one way or two way, okay, like that we have to see. So if, if we want to see, that means we have to, how we will decide, we have to determine the materials and thickness also, and used in pavement design, how we will decide, it depends upon the traffic. So by seeing the traffic only, we can say that it is for how many lanes or um, how much capacity of facility should be required over there. So like that, we have to decide design the transportations. So before any planning occurs, an engineer must take what is known as an inventory of the area. So, now only we have to see that the design aspects includes all these transportation facilities, transportation width, how much length, how much width, and so which type of materials and the thickness of that one. Those are the design elements. Next, in the planning, what it requires area. So, if it is appropriate the previous system in place, so if it is there already, then that is one type. The inventory or database must include information on population, land use, economic activity. So, which we can survey the area where we want to do the road construction, and we can get the information from the population also, the people over there. Here these are their so like that some information they will be said, land use. So if there is any forest area or any agriculture area or any dumping area or like that, what's the abandoned area like that, they will see the land use, how much land they require in the way of going there. alignment. So economic activities, if it is problem, then if it is more, if we are getting choosing one route, then we will go for the another alignment. So transportation facilities and services, travel patterns and volumes, laws and ordinance. So it will cease the service. So transportation, see the service how and the travel patterns also, and the volume. So single lane or double lane, like that, laws and ordinance. So they have to see the any accident should not be occurred to them, and financial resources and community values and expectations all should be there in the when we are going to planning. So service, travel, pattern and volumes. Okay, which type of pattern we have to use. So a pattern will depends on the width of road where we are getting the land. So laws and ordinance. So if any uh, acquittance problems, land acquittance problems, they have to see regional financial resources, how much we have the finance, that is also important. So from village to village or from panchayat to panchayat, it will be different, and it and urban areas it will be different. So the financial also difference. The community values and expectations also important. The people expectations, they how they are using their goods, the way of style of living of them is also important. These inventory help the engineer to create a business models to complete accurate forecast of the future conditions also. So then only he can future plan about the sources. Next, transportation engineering. What do you mean by transportation? Before we have seen the branch of civil engineering which deals with the creation and maintenance of facilities for safe, efficient, and economical transportation of goods and passengers. So, main aim of this transportation civil engineer, what he have to see, create and maintain. So, creating a new route or existing route, maintaining of facilities for safe, efficient, and it should be economical for whom goods and passengers. So, what is the scope of a transportation? So, if we have lay the roads means infrastructure building, travel, demand forecasting, travels, the demand forecasting, traffic engineers. So all these will get infrastructure will be developed, and the forecasting of traffic will also be developed. So so here next we are going to see. So importance of the transportation engineering. Why we required transportation engineering? So it's a transportation plays a major role because only transportation the person can move from one place to other place, and at the same time education also develop, and also economically we are growing. Transportation plays a major role in the general development of the country. It contributes to the economic of a nation and its industrial development. So at the same time, industrials also develop by means only the transportation. And so transportation required for carrying raw materials to the production and distribution centers. So the transportation is essentially balancing the gaps in supply and demand of various goods or materials or services between different regions. So from one region to different regions also it is balancing the goods materials. So how it is playing a, so it all over it is useful for the development of the country. So in what way in providing the industrial development, and how it will be useful for the industrial development by production and the distribution centers, by giving raw materials by increasing the production and distribution centers, by how it will be increase the production by sending the by giving by carrying the raw materials. So how it will be done? It will be done by use of transportation. So like that it was given. So and it is also at the same time it will increasing the supply and the demand also. So transportation is essential for strategic movement of troops, arms, and ammunition and emergence for defense of the country. So it is in the border. This is also transportation is also if any requirement is there, we can transport from the roads easily. Transportation is also required to maintain better law and order. So it is also useful for better to maintain the law and order. So adequacy of transportation system of a country indicates its economic and social development. So, so finally, it is developing the country by economic and social development. So next comes to modes of different modes of transportations are there in that mainly three types. First one is on land, next one is air, next comes to water. So through land there are roads, railways and pipelines. So through pipelines we are going the water, okay, source of water. And from sea we will take oceans, inland waterways and the seas. So here we are going to see. So we already discussed major modes are roadways, railways, waterways, and airways. So transportation by road is the only mode which could use maximum service to one and all. So maximum we are using the road itself. And by railways is advantageous both for passengers and the goods between the stations, particularly for long distance only. Okay, and mass transit. So a bulk of people have to be taken, and for a long distance we have to travel. Then we will go for the railways. It is advantageous compared to the road. And transportation by water is the slowest and also cheapest among the four methods. So, if you go for the if you go by water, we will reach for a instead of one day we can reach for 2 or 3 days. So, but it is cheapest mode in comparative in three ways. Transportation by water is possible between the ports, on the seaports, or along the rivers or canals where the inland navigation facilities are available only. Yes, if there is any port only we can get it, or there is no source of going by water. So transportation by air is the fastest among the four, but it is at the same time costliest if we go for airways. Uh, like air travels also provide more comfort apart from saving in transportation time for passengers and the important goods, okay, like perishables and medicines, etc. between the airports, but it is costliest among three. So first we are going to say about the roadways. Roadways so stretch across the length and breadth of our country. So throughout our country there is a road always. It is used by all sections of people in the society. So roadway in India is the second uh, longest network. So it is the most popular mode of transportation. So in that village roads. So village roads link different. So roadways we have seen it is the most ad, uh, adoptable by the persons, people. So and it will be connected to all over the India, and in that different types of roads are there. First one comes to village roads. So village roads link different villages with the towns maintained by village panchayat. So it runs to a length of 26 lakhs 50,000 kilometers. So village roads, from one village to one another village we have to go, means we have to get a road itself. So that will be looked after by the panchayat. So they will get the amount from the jilla. Okay. So next comes to district roads. District roads links towns towns within the district headquarters. So it links the villages, at the same time it links the towns with the district headquarters. So maintained, it is connected to the district headquarters. So it is maintained by the cooperative. Okay, runs a length of 4,67,007. 4,67,763 kilometers. Next comes to state highway. So it links states of different states, okay, with the district headquarters, connecting to the district headquarters. So maintained by the state department, public PWD department, and runs to a length of 1,31,899 kilometers. Next comes to national highways. It links state capitals. So it links the state capital with the district headquarters. Here, national highways is a link all the state capitals with the national capital. So primary road system maintained by the Central Public Work Department (CPWD) works to a length of 92,851 kilometers. So this was financed by the central government. This was financed by the state government, and this was by the uh, this was governed by the Zilla Parshad, and this was governed by the state government. So with the help of, so Zilla Parshad will look after with the help of the state government. Next comes to expressways. So expressways are nothing but highways, national highways, technologically improved high class roads, 6 lanes roads. So runs to a length of more than 200 kilometers. Example like Mumbai and Pune route. Okay, this is 6 lanes road. So what is the advantages of roads and disadvantages? So advantages, door-to-door service is there, economical and also flexibility. So disadvantages, unsuitable for longer distance, affected by weather, limited space is there. So limited speed should be there. So we cannot go speed, and we cannot go speed, and it is also affected by weather, and the repairs will be there if any rain are there, or any more snow is there, so it will be effect on the roads. And unsuitable for the longer distance, we can't travel by sitting for a long distance. And at the same time it is economical advantages of it. Next comes to railways. It provides the principal mode of transportation for freight and passengers. It brings people together from the farthest corners of the country. So if we want to go to one from one corner of country to other corner within India, from one corner to other corner, by bus means it will take a lot of time. But by train, if we take time also, it will be comfort. Promotes, it will not take more time, but it will be comfort. So promotes trade, tourism, and education. India Railways is the fifth largest in the world. So in the second largest in Asia. India Railways is divided into 17 zones. So our railways is divided into 17 zones. So we have a tourist place also. Next, what is the advantages and disadvantages of railways? So advantages, high speed we can go in the roads, it is the speed limit is there, suitable for longer distance, so comfort will be there. Large carrying capacity, at a time only we can take more, if we want to take goods, more goods at a time only. Protection, so these are the advantages. Disadvantages, inflexible mode. So train is not connected to door, so we have to go to that. So huge capital expenditure also there. So if you want to take a have a we have to lay a railway means railway track means it will be uneconomical. Next comes to airways. So airways is the quickest, modern, and comfortable means of transportation. So transportation, if you want by airways, it is good and modern. For example, if we are taking any airlines, so we can go by aeroplane or helicopter. It is not affordable, but taking less time. In the modern, we are using more domestic airlines also. So we are not you seeing the economic, we are seeing our comfort only at present and comfortable means of transport. So in that we have in airways we have ropeways also there. So in India, 16% of transportation in hilly regions by means of ropeways are used. So how we will use the ropeways? It is used for lifting materials from one place to another by means of a ropeway. So it can be connected from high altitude to the low altitude. Like this we can say. It will lift the materials from one place to other. So by using this pollution free, solve the traffic problem. So there is no traffic interrupted there and less capital. So transportation can be done bulk material at a time only over a shorter distance. Disadvantage, limited space and having investment, heavy investment. So if we want a roadway means investment is more. So generally in uh, mines are we can see if any mines are there we can see there they have to use the ropeways to send from one place to another. Next comes to waterways. So it is cheapest mode of transportation suitable for goods carrying goods. So is fuel efficiency is there. So India has longest coastal line. of 7,516 kilometers. So 13 major and 187 minor ports along the coast. So 95% of India trade by volume. 70% is by means of oceans used for transportations between island. 70% is by means of used for transportation between island. So, so what is the advantages and disadvantages of waterways? So advantages, it's a cheapest way and it will take a large carrying capacity, protection of goods. Disadvantages is low. So if we go by the waterway, it will take slow. No door-to-door services there. High cost for maintenance. High cost for maintenance. When is there, the cost will be high. So today we have learned about the introduction of the transportations and the importance of the transportations and the different modes of transportations. So in that we have seen different modes are there. So what is the importance of transportation engineers is nothing but transportation is useful for any country to develop, to contribute economic, industrial, social and cultural transportation is required. So to develop our contributions and economic to contribution and contribution and economic to contribute and economic, industrial, social and cultural development is there. If we want any social, economic and industrial development is there, want to be there, transportation is required. So like that only we can develop our country. Transportation is required in the producing, is required and also at the same time required for having the raw materials like to procure the raw materials like such as seeds, cotton, sugar, like that. Agriculturally it also useful, agriculturally it also developing at the same time. So farms and factories will also get benefited by that. So the research and development of main components of the uh, transportation is improve in road designing. So some research should be go on. So in what it should be any um, advanced any advanced improvement should be there. Majorly, what we have gets if any rain is there, the water will be get stuck to that one. And the design should be how it should be there. The water, if the rainwater on falls on the road, it should be drain off. Like that, we have to design and. And we should have comfort when we are going on the road. So introduction of the improved materials. So how it will be improved by using the materials, different materials in the latest trends, equipments, evolving better and appropriate specifications, encouraging the development and use of new technology. Like that, we have to develop our routes. We have to for that should be there. So research is going should be there. So Transportation is the major part. Transportation at present in the all over the world is taking a major part. So without any transportation, nothing will move off. If it is any having any if it is like a forest area, so we will not approach to that area. Means if it is any road is not neat, or it is earthen road, you can say, the we will not prefer to go that one, because the we cannot feel comfort by going on by to that road. So we have to we will choose for the different modes to go on. So we have for a designing of a road. For a designing of a road, we have to see the population. For the population only, the how much people are there as surroundings in the area. Mean to say, if it going, we are planning to the town, or we are going planning to the um, urban area, or any state capital, then which type of roads we have to lay, single lane or double lane, like that we have to see. If any single lane is there, then we have to say. So different types of modes like this. So waterways is what is the different in four types of uh, roads, railways, waterways, and the airways. So which is comfortable for a smaller distance? We have to prefer the roads itself, and have comfort by going that one. And for the railways, we will go for the higher, more distance. If we want to go, then we will go for the railways. Okay, and for uh, waterways is the cheapest, but it will take a long time, and we should have the source over there. Then only we can go to that by going to this one, waterways. So for any design, we have to see the uh, any uh, road. If we want, we have to get a sanction from the government itself. The government will ask what is the government will say from by if there is any road, if there is it useful or not by having this uh, from here to here, from village to town, like that they will and if they will spend expenditure of the only the transportation can be approached. So next, the planning aspect of transportation engineering relate to elements of urban planning and involves the technical forecasting decisions and political factors. So technical forecasting is for passenger travel, usually involves an urban transportation planning model. So planning aspect of transportation engineering relates to elements of urban planning. So urban planning is the most important and involves the technical forecasting decisions, and the political factors also involve the any planning of transportation. So it involves planning model requires the estimation of a number of proposals of trips. So we will require the how much trips, estimations of number of proposals. So which road is required and how much vehicles are going on the road only we can decide the length and width of the roads. So mode of choice, the people have different modes of choice. For example, like we have how autos, rickshaws, buses, like that, if they are going on the roads. In another one, there is no chance they have to go by train if you're going on the railways, and if they are going on so airlines means aeroplane. No other choice is there. So like this destination is required. So So, transportation engineering primarily involves planning, designing, construction, maintenance, and operations of transportation facilities. So, the design aspect of transportation engineering, including the size of transportation facilities, and to determine the materials. So, if we are planning, we have decided to plan a road over there. So if we design, then we have to see if the materials are how we have to procure those materials and how much the thickness of the road have to be done and the designing geometry. So how it will come. Some of the roads are straight and some roads will come as a curve. Like that with the geometry, vertical and horizontal alignment is more important for the progress, how it was going on. So that all those aspects should be taken in. Thank you.